What's going on? Talking about the college football playoffs, you have Alabama, Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl down in Miami, Clemson, Notre Dame, and Cowboy Stadium, AT&T Stadium, aka Jerry World in the Cotton Bowl. And I really don't even think this field is competitive, to be honest. Jalen Hurts, Tua, John Parker Wilson, Greg McElroy, AJ McCarron, whoever. Okay, but we'll break it down real quick. I don't have to make this lengthy. Okay, Alabama, Oklahoma. That's what I'm a firm believer. They should wait for the Heisman. They should wait to get a Heisman to after the playoffs are done. National championship is going to then do a Heisman presentation. But they do it. I guess it's supposed to be seen as a regular season award. Well, Kyle Murray is going to have to be special, super duper special, for him to beat Alabama. Alabama defense ain't as good as it usually is this year, and as great as it usually is. It's still solid. And I know Tua, got pulled from the game. But you got to remember, he had two lower body injuries. Both of these games are happening December 29th. I believe he'll heal up and get back in there. He going to destroy Oklahoma defense, man. He gonna really stick it to Kyle Murray, especially if they give Kyle Murray the Heisman, and we'll talk about that in the next video. I see Alabama just dominating Oklahoma. The Big 12, I don't really have no respect for the Big 12 defense. Every defense in the Big 12 is suspect. And that's what I think, man. I just think Alabama's straight going to dominate Oklahoma. It's not even going to be close. They should let Georgia or Ohio State in. I think more Georgia would have destroyed Oklahoma. Ohio State has been Jekyll and Hyde this year. It's been talked about Urban Myers may not coach beyond this year. So I would have been fine with Georgia or Ohio State in over Oklahoma. I just don't have a lot of respect for the Big 12 as a conference, all right? Not a lot, because they don't play no defense. Kyle Murray is allowed to have inflated numbers by playing in a subpar conference where they don't believe in defense. They just believe in spread offense and chucking it down the field, all right? Tua had to go through a conference where they got good defense, and he had to really strap his nuts on every week and really take a beat, no matter who it was, Mississippi State, LSU, Texas A&M, whatever. I just feel that Alabama's the more prestigious program at this point. I know Oklahoma has a lot of prestige from back in the day, but we talking now. I think they got the better thoroughbreds on their side, and I just don't think Oklahoma can compete. Seriously, Oklahoma got nice talent. But, eventually you're going to have to go point for point with Tua and Bama at some point. Or, Jalen Hurts. I think it's going to be Tua. I think he'd be healthy. But at some point, do you trust Oklahoma's defense? They have to make multiple stops, man. Because Alabama's defense is going to make multiple stops versus Kyle Murray. Trust me. I've seen Texas do it this weekend. They're going to make multiple stops. And when Kyle Murray don't score, and don't score a couple times, and Alabama's just going to take off. I just don't think it's going to be competitive, man. I think it's going to be like some in the neighborhood of 40-20 Alabama over Oklahoma, okay? I'm going to give you just a full college football playoff prediction, all right? And then we might just do a stream dedicated to bowl games coming up real soon. Now, in the Cotton Bowl, Clemson and Notre Dame, Notre Dame beginning the season, they beat my Michigan team, and the quarterback they had, who's a real mobile black guy. Now they got another quarterback that took in. I think Notre Dame is better than advertised, than people believe. I like Notre Dame a lot, what they bring to the table. Kelly is a wonderful coach. Clemson, they got a good coach as well too. Dabo Swinney, they got the quarterback that made Kelly Bryant leave, freshman. So it's a difficult game, man. Clemson is a program that's like Georgia. They like right in that transition period. Well, I think they better than Georgia right now, but they good year in and year out. ACC I think it's better than the Big 12, just from an overall standpoint. Obviously Notre Dame is a good program. They mostly independent. They might play out of conference now. They might play. I forgot. I think they might. They're supposed to join the ACC or something. I don't know if they're still independent at college football, but I know in basketball they're part of a conference. But that's a difficult game, man. I watched Clemson some this year. I watched some of Notre Dame as well. Obviously Notre Dame, Clemson is the higher program rank. But you know what? I'm going to go with Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is going to squeak out maybe a 33-point victory over Clemson, in my opinion. I'm going to pick Notre Dame, okay? I'm going to trust the freshman quarterback just yet. But I'm going to trust Kelly to get there, and you're going to have the Alabama-Notre Dame finals from a few years ago now, when Manti Te'o had an imaginary girlfriend. And ultimately, I think that's going to be at like the Rose Bowl, or, you know, it's going to be in Santa Clara, California. But ultimately, I think Alabama stumps the hell out of Notre Dame in the college football finals for the national championship. Alabama too dominant. Georgia was the only team that was really built to beat them this year. I don't think Notre Dame has enough talent and enough physicality to deal with them. Now, if Clemson was to make it, I still just don't believe they had enough talent and physical talent to deal with Alabama neither. Just my personal opinion, all right? I got Alabama winning it all. You know, I think it'll probably be one of the easiest national championship runs, especially if Tua stays healthy. Or Jalen Hurts come in and play like he did play. But I think Alabama's going to defeat Notre Dame, like, I'm going to say 37-24. I think it's going to be a comfortable lead. That's just my prediction. So I got Alabama over Oklahoma. I got Notre Dame upsetting Clemson. And I got Alabama beating the hell out of Notre Dame. If Clemson want to make it, they get the hell beat out of them too. I think Roll Tide going to roll all over the competition. Just my prediction, just my preference. I don't have a dog in the race at all. I'm a University of Michigan Wolverine fan, but very objective. Just my personal opinion. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, we on Twitter. Also, you can reach out to the email. You can DM me at Facebook or Twitter, at me at Twitter. Question, video request. Also, make a donation to the channel. That link's in the description as well. In the next video, we're going to talk about the Heisman finalists as well. But y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV, we go.